Okay, software developers have both rights, things that they are entitled to, and responsibilities, things that they are obligated to do when developing software. Quick refresher, intellectual property means the property resulting from the fruits of mental labor. We're going to have a talking class about the difference between my software that I own and because I created it in my own time, or the software that my employee owns because I created it in their time. Okay, these are your rights as a software developer. Okay, you have copyright protection. International and domestic, there we go. International and domestic laws apply to the copyright of work. They try and prevent people from copying your work by issuing penalties such as fines and jail sentences. It is a civil, not a criminal matter, however. Furthermore, that if you create a piece of software, you have the right to be financially compensated. Also have the right to be acknowledged. If an author has contributed in any particular way to the development of software, they have the right to be acknowledged. That's why the Adobe Suite takes 45 hours to open, because you sit on a loading screen with every person that has helped make that piece of software. So as a developer, you have the right not only to be have your software copyrighted, but seek financial compensation and be acknowledged. The responsibilities that you have far outweigh the rights that you have, but here they are. If more than one person has helped you with your project, you must acknowledge them. If there's any code being outsourced or acquired that is used in your software system, they have to be acknowledged, the original creators, and compensated in some way. Your software has to be the software that you create has to be of a high quality or meets or exceeds the user expectations you set. Things that can usually affect the quality of a product are hardware, OS, runtime errors, things like that. You have to make a good quality product that should, if you say, be able to be run on multiple hardware configurations, meet the client's needs, and it is your responsibility to test this. Furthermore, you need to consider compatibility with multiple OSs through different testing. This is mainly to do with testing. Okay, it shouldn't have conflict with any other software applications. Shared files like DLL files or plist system files need to be able to work between different software applications. Okay, you shouldn't use system resources to any kind of crazy length. The other thing is your software system should be checked for runtime errors. You should do proper checking to make sure the quality of the system is good. Furthermore, if you develop a software system, you have to have a response to problems. You either need to have a technical support, a help desk. The identification and resolutions of errors are all responsibilities of developers. You see big development companies do this all the time. They will respond with patches or fixes or updates. You are responsible to respond to problems and not just leave the client sitting there. Furthermore, the software developer's code of conduct, this guy here, is a set of standards which give developers agree to abide by. It's the responsibility of individual developers to adhere to this code of conduct. Furthermore, your software cannot include malware. It's a major responsibility of developers to ensure that malware is not spread as a result of their product. It includes scanning emails, removing media, updating antivirus software, scanning all software before distribution, using firewalls and other security measures to protect and secure their environment. Ergonomic issues, okay, the UI is the primary source of concern regarding ergonomics, okay? You need to make sure color is used sparingly and with sufficient contrast, that you have nice fonts, that it's aligned, that there's undo features and confirmation for actions, that it's intuitive and easy to learn. Furthermore, you must make sure it is inclusive of different cultures, economics, gender, and disability. This inclusivity is really, really interesting, particularly in the coming years and the changing social acceptances with LGBTQT, whatever the analogy is. You'll notice a lot of the time with gender it says male, female, other with a lot of online forms, or which are essentially software systems. It's understanding and being inclusive, offering multiple languages, offering alternative means of input. These are all inclusivity things. So changes of languages, currency, date, times, number formats, blah, blah, blah. Finally, what we learn about just before the prelims is, is privacy. So under the Privacy Act of 1988, an individual's personal information has to be protected, and we talked about all those things. So if it is stored somewhere, we have to tell the user. You have to allow the user access to their data and what data that's being stored. You cannot sell off their data unless you specifically state otherwise. All those kind of things, guys. And that's it. That's rights and responsibilities.